What does the legal recruiter that you choose to work with say about you? This is coming straight from the mouths of my law firm clients. This week, I sat down with a client in the recruiting department of a big law firm. And inevitably, we started talking about recruiters, how many of them there are in the legal industry, how low quality so many of them can be. They're uninformed about the firm. They're totally uninformed about their candidate. They give sloppy cover letters and submission materials. But the worst is that they can be very aggressive with the recruiting department. They can sometimes be unethical and it's off-putting. They don't really want to work with them if they don't have to. So that wasn't the interesting part. We knew that there's a low bar to entry in our industry, and so there's all kinds. But there was something that I needed attorneys to hear. She said that she had gotten a resume from one of these recruiters that she doesn't like to work with, and she opened it up and she said, "Wow, this is a strong resume. Why would this attorney choose to work with this recruiter?" She questioned the candidate. She questioned the candidate's judgment. There's no way that candidate intended for that reaction. And to be clear, if you're a strong enough attorney and it's an active enough search, you're still going to get the interview. But my takeaway is the recruiter that you work with says something about you as the candidate. If they're not respected, if they conduct themselves unprofessionally, if they have poor relationships with clients, your strong resume isn't going to elevate their brand. The risk is that their reputation is going to negatively impact yours. And even if you do get the interview, they can end up impacting your process in other ways. Will they be able to effectively elicit feedback from the client? Will they be able to effectively work with the client to move your process forward? And will they be able to delicately negotiate terms on your behalf in a way that doesn't alienate the client, but instead fosters enthusiasm? All I'm saying is have a conversation with your recruiter before you trust them with your career. If you're not impressed with them, if you're uncomfortable with them, chances are so is the client. The recruiter you work with should at least maintain and hopefully elevate your brand, not detract. And you've worked too hard in your career to leave this part to chance.